You already know what needs to be done. Deep down, there's no confusion. That one message you haven't sent, that gym session you keep delaying, that habit you said you'd quit last month. It's all sitting there, waiting. But you've been hiding, behind excuses, behind distractions, behind comfort. You say, I'll do it tomorrow, but you won't, because you've said that 100 times before, and nothing changed. The truth is brutal, and you need to hear it. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to remind you. No one's going to carry you to the life you dream about. You think time is the enemy, but it's not. You think you're waiting for motivation, but that's a lie. The real problem is that you've become your own obstacle. You've built a cage out of your own habits. Every second you wait, that cage gets stronger. And the key? It's action. But you're too scared to move. So now you've got two options. Live in the prison you built, or break the damn door down and walk into the life you were meant to live. You keep waiting for motivation to strike. Perhaps you envision some magical lightning bolt that will jolt you into action, but it never comes. That's not how it works. Motivation isn't the fuel. It's the flame that follows. Movement is what lights it. You don't feel like it now? Fine, but do it anyway. That's the entire point. Action doesn't wait for your mood. Action shapes it. You move first, and then your mind follows. One push-up turns into 10. 1 minute of focus turns into an hour. But only if you begin. Stop treating your emotions like they decide your life. They don't. Start treating action like it's the master. Because it is. People spend their entire lives waiting to feel ready. That's the trap. The people who win, they don't wait. They act. Tired, scared, unprepared. And in doing so, they become what others only dream of. Fear is always present. It lurks. It whispers lies. What if you fail? What if you look stupid? What if you're not good enough? But here's the truth. Fear is a test. It's not a stop sign. And most of what you fear, it never even happens. But you still let it control you. Still let it chain you to the ground? Why? Because it's easier to imagine disaster than to face it head on. But listen closely. Fear shrinks when you move toward it. Every step you take into discomfort weakens its grip. Courage isn't some loud roar. It's the quiet decision to act while your hands are still shaking. You don't wait for fear to vanish. You move in spite of it. That's real strength. And every time you do, you prove to yourself that fear has no power here. You build armor. You build momentum. And soon what once paralyzed you becomes powerless. Procrastination doesn't shout. It whispers. It tells you you're just thinking, just planning, just waiting for the right moment. But that moment never comes. And in the silence, your dreams rot. You call it perfectionism, but it's really fear in disguise. You convince yourself you need more time, more energy, more clarity. But the longer you delay, the harder it gets to begin. That hesitation becomes a habit, and habits become identity. Eliminate it now. Use the 5-minute rule. Just start. 5 minutes, no pressure. That's it. And once you begin, momentum takes over. You'll go further than you thought possible. Action doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to happen. One messy step forward beats 1,000 perfect ideas. Every time you act, you weaken procrastination. You reclaim control. Success belongs to the ones who show up. Not once, but daily. Especially when they don't feel like it. Discipline isn't punishment, it's power. It's the choice to act, not because it's easy, but because it's right. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when every part of you screams to quit. It's a decision, not a feeling. You don't negotiate with your emotions. You override them. The first steps are hard, painful even. Your mind will resist. Your body will stall. But if you push through, you begin to rewire who you are. Every time you follow through, you prove something to yourself, that you're in control, that you're not a slave to comfort. And the more you do it, the stronger you get, not just physically, but mentally. You stop being reactive. You start becoming dangerous. The kind of person who does what others won't. That's how greatness is built. Not with inspiration, but with discipline. Relentless, consistent, unshakable discipline. Pain isn't the enemy, it's the catalyst. It doesn't come to break you, it comes to shape you. When everything hurts, when life feels unfair, when you're tested beyond reason, that's where your power is forged. You have two options, crumble or rise. Most choose to crumble, but you can choose differently. Pain forces growth. It reveals your limits and then dares you to push past them. Instead of asking, why me? Now logically ask, what is this teaching me? Because buried inside every struggle is a lesson, a skill, a level of strength you couldn't access any other way. Pain is how pressure turns coal into diamond. It's not something to run from. It's something to embrace. Let it fuel you. Let it sharpen you. Let it burn away weakness. Every scar becomes proof. You faced it, you endured it, and you came out stronger. A clear goal is essential for direction. Without it, you're just drifting. Busy, perhaps, but lost. Your energy gets scattered, your focus fades, and you end up exhausted with nothing real to show for it. Clarity gives power. It provides a target to aim for, a purpose to pour your time into. Ask yourself, what exactly do I want? Why does it matter? By when will I achieve it? Most people never answer these questions, and they wonder why they feel stuck. Vague goals create vague results, but when you define your goal with precision, the fog lifts, the path becomes visible. Then you break it down. Smaller steps, daily actions, measurable progress, and most importantly, you execute. Because without action, goals are just dreams. Success isn't about wishing, it's about building, piece by piece, day by day. Clarity plus action creates unstoppable forward motion. You can't afford to wait for perfect conditions. Waiting only builds excuses and feeds procrastination. Conditions will never be perfect, and the moment you realize this, you unlock your potential. Every successful person has faced uncertainty, lacked clarity, and encountered obstacles. They didn't wait for a green light. They created their own. When you act despite doubt, fear, or confusion, you train yourself to lead. This is how winners are made. Your future depends on the decisions you make right now, not on some ideal moment that may never come. You don't need permission or motivation. You need courage to start before you feel ready. Take that step today, even if it's small, even if it's imperfect. That step is the difference between stagnation and progress. The path appears as you walk it. Doubt will always try to slow you down. It questions your worth, your skills, your readiness. But doubt isn't a signal to stop. It's a call to act. When doubt creeps in, it means you're stepping beyond your comfort zone. That's where growth lives. The mind will create stories to keep you safe, to avoid risk, but safety is a cage. To break free, you must move forward even when the voice inside tells you to retreat. Action silences doubt. Each time you push through uncertainty, you strengthen your belief in yourself. Fear and doubt shrink in the presence of consistent effort. Progress doesn't demand confidence first, it demands motion. The motion builds confidence. So don't wait to feel ready. Get moving and watch your doubts fade behind you. Resistance is a natural phenomenon. Every time you decide to pursue something meaningful, resistance appears like a shadow. It tries to convince you to quit, to settle for less, to take the easy road. This resistance comes from within and outside. Your own fears, distractions, the opinions of others. It will test your patience and persistence. But resistance isn't your enemy, it's a signal that you're on the right path. The greater the resistance, the more important the goal. The key is to acknowledge it without surrendering. Keep showing up even when resistance feels overwhelming. Persistence turns resistance into momentum. The people who succeed aren't those who never face resistance, but those who refuse to be stopped by it. They use it to fuel their progress, not to block it. Success demands sacrifice. Every achievement requires giving up something: comfort, time, old habits, even relationships. The price of progress is high because the easy path rarely leads to greatness. Sacrifice means choosing long-term gain over short-term pleasure. It means saying no to distractions and yes to discipline. Many avoid sacrifice because it hurts now, but they pay later with regret and stagnation. Real success is born when you accept this cost willingly. You learn to prioritize what truly matters. The people who reach extraordinary levels understand that sacrifice isn't loss, but investment. The pain of letting go is temporary, but the rewards last a lifetime. This mindset shift separates those who dream from those who do. Consistency builds empires. Success isn't about one grand gesture, but the daily grind repeated without fail. It's the quiet, unseen work that compounds over time. Small actions stacked day after day create unstoppable momentum. Consistency is a commitment to yourself, a promise that no matter how you feel, you'll show up and do the work. The biggest barrier is often boredom or lack of immediate results. Yet those who persist through this invisible phase break through to new levels. Consistency beats bursts of enthusiasm every time. It transforms potential into reality. Without it, talent and opportunity remain wasted. But with it, even the smallest efforts become powerful forces that shape your destiny. Growth demands discomfort. Comfort zones are traps that dull potential and stall progress. Every breakthrough starts with stepping into uncertainty and facing challenges head-on. Growth isn't comfortable. It's often painful, awkward, and filled with failures. But these failures aren't setbacks. They're lessons in disguise. They reveal what doesn't work and guide you toward what will. To grow, you must embrace discomfort and welcome it as a sign of progress. Avoiding discomfort only prolongs stagnation. Real growth happens when you push your limits, even if it means failing repeatedly. This persistent effort reshapes your mindset, skills, and life. The moment you stop fearing discomfort, you unlock your true potential. Gratitude changes everything. It rewires your brain to focus on abundance instead of lack. When you practice gratitude daily, even the smallest wins gain meaning. You stop obsessing over what's missing and start appreciating what's present. This shift creates a mindset of possibility and hope. Gratitude isn't about ignoring challenges, but about recognizing the good amidst them. It fuels motivation and strengthens your emotional resilience. Those who master gratitude find peace in chaos and strength in struggle. Gratitude turns setbacks into lessons and failure into fuel for future success. Confidence isn't born from luck or charm. It's earned in the trenches of consistent effort. Every small win adds a brick to your foundation. Each time you show up, push past fear, and do what you promised yourself, confidence grows. It's the silent force that drives you forward when motivation fades. Confidence means trusting yourself even when the path is unclear. It means knowing your worth, your ability to handle challenges, and your right to pursue greatness. Others will doubt you. You will doubt yourself. But confidence is the armor you wear that shields you from those voices. It's built quietly, step by step, through discipline and action. It doesn't require perfection, only persistence. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it. Every setback, every mistake, every rejection is feedback. The difference lies in how you respond. Do you quit and become a victim of circumstance, or do you learn and grow stronger? Failure is the classroom where resilience is taught. It humbles the arrogant and empowers the determined. The most successful people have failed more times than you can count. They've stumbled and fallen, but they refuse to stay down. They analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. Failure tests your resolve, but it doesn't define you. Your response does. Action is the only language success understands. Ideas without execution are worthless. Plans without movement are dreams deferred. The world rewards those who do, not those who wait. Action creates clarity because it forces you to confront reality. It reveals what works and what doesn't. It builds confidence by showing progress. Most importantly, action breaks the spell of fear and doubt. You don't have to be ready or perfect. Start now. Take the first step, no matter how small. Momentum will follow. Success is built on a foundation of action, repeated every day without fail. What's one small, uncomfortable action you can force yourself to take in the next 5 minutes?